Hey guys, it's Sammy, and I'm going to talk really fast because my camera's about to die. But today and this week is a man versus pin week, so we are going to be doing peculiar versus pin. And for mine, I decided to do these doily bowls, and I'm going to be inserting pictures that I've seen all over Pinterest. And I was like, hey, does this work? So through this video, you guys are going to see if it works, and yeah. So I'm going to link the original pin down in the description box, but I'm pretty much just pouring in my cup of water and tablespoon of salt, and I just use like the normal table salt and just mixing that until the salt is dissolved. And I had to go find some food coloring, but then I used this gel kind and made like a turquoise color, but I'd suggest you use like the drop, like the liquid form, not the gel form of food coloring, because I had to like smush it all down. But once I got that like greeny consistency, I dipped the edges of my doily in, and I decided that because it wasn't really soaking up the color, I decided to get a little bit more salt because that would help it, like, I guess, soak up the color more. And so it did work, but then it got kind of dark. Then I just moved my wet doily onto a paper plate so that I wouldn't like ruin any of my other plates, and then I just kind of spread it out so that it would dry and put it in the sun. And after it dried, I took my glue mixture, which is 50-50 of glue and water, and kind of soaked the whole thing in the glue mixture and then put it over a bowl with plastic wrap on it. And then 24 hours later, I then went in and removed the entire thing from the bowl. I actually had to do a second layer of glue because it was kind of flimsy, but my glue was kind of old, so I think that was why. But then I was done. Okay, it's now been one day after I removed it from the mold. I did have to pour over a second layer of the glue mixture because it was still kind of moving around, and sorry, my hand is moving. But this is how it turned out. It's a pretty bowl. It's not as pretty as the picture because the bottom did kind of like, all the color seeped to the bottom and then like kind of dyed this middle part. It kind of shows up white on camera, but it's like a light green right here, and then all of the edges kind of are stripy, like there's some parts that are dark and some parts that are super light. I'm not sure if I zoom in you guys can see that. Yeah, so there's like dark parts and light parts. But as I was saying, it is kind of stripy, but the inside is pretty good. It's not super sturdy, like I can flatten it kind of and move it around, but it still holds a shape more or less. It's still a bit wet right here from where the glue was like directly pouring on, and then it kind of seeped on the outside, but this is kind of pretty and it matches my room and stuff, so I might use it. It's obviously can hold like big things like necklaces, but it's not gonna hold like little things like earrings, like in some pictures that I've seen people put like their earrings in here, and that probably wouldn't work because there's holes in the bottom. This is how the pin turned out. Okay, so I'm just putting my charger cord in there. It kind of does like get deformed by the object, and I'll show you. Kind of stretched out on the top from where the cord is kind of pushing against it, so it's not a sturdy object. Alright, bye guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to That Peculiar Bunch and my main channel, and follow us on all our social media, which will be in the end screen kind of after this. I hope you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned for the rest of the Man vs. Pin week. Bye! Ooh.